Evening, YouTube. Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to part 3 of my 4-part random DVD and BluRay Totes videos. And now I've got tote number 3 opened. It's black tote with a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays in it, so here we go. Yeah, it's a bunch of classic TV, or it's a bunch of drive-in and cult movies and some classic TV and some more mainstream Hollywood movies as well. So let's get into this. Let's see where I can put this. No, I don't want to stop recording. I'm still going. So, here we go. Random pick DVD. Here's one from Shout Factory, MST3K, single episode DVD of The Unearthly, and it features the movie that stars Tor Johnson and John Carradine. And this also includes the shorts Posture Pals and Appreciating Our Parents. And welcome to the Special Victims Unit for Cheesy Movies is what it says on the back of the case. MST3K character Lobo in this 1957 horror flick about a mad scientist, John Carradine, whose experiments with immortality accidentally produce mutants. As Dr. Forrester says, it's hard to keep down, but Joel, Tom Servo, and Crow T. Robot prove once again that laughter is the best anti-nausea medicine. That sounds funny. I'd watch that. So let's see what else we got. Here's a double feature from Scorpion releasing Dangerous Beauties collection double feature. Eric Stoltz and Running Hot, and then Hot Target starring Simone Griffith, who was in Roger Corman's Death Race 2000. And it looks like Katarina, Scorpion's Katarina's Nightmare Theater, does Katarina's Cat Scratch Cinema host bits for Running Hot. And it looks like these are both remastered in HD from the original Interpositive, and they're both in 16:9 widescreen and a 1.78 widescreen format. And there's a original trailer for Running Hot, an isolated music score track of famed composer Gil Mele for Hot Target. And Running Hot is from 1984, color, and it's 89 minutes English mono, while Hot Target's from 1985, color, and 96 minutes English mono. So that is the Dangerous Beauties collection, Running Hot, Hot Target double feature from Scorpion releasing. And I believe this is one of the ones that went out of print. I think just about all their, well, not all their DVDs, but a lot of their DVDs went out of print. And another Scorpion releasing DVD from the Katarina's Nightmare Theater line, The Return, starring Jan Michael Vincent, Sybil Shepherd, Martin Landau, and Raymond Burr. And Raymond Burr is the guy who played TV's Perry Mason. He was also in one or two of the Godzilla movies. And as a brand new 16:9 widescreen HD master, 1.78:1 from the original camera negatives, watch Katarina's Nightmare Theater format with our hostess Katarina Lee Waters, or play feature only, audio commentary with director Graydon Clark, on-camera interview with director Graydon Clark, and it's from 1980, 91 minutes, color English mono, and it's not rated, and it's region 0. Then another from Scorpion releasing that Code Red recently put out on Blu-ray, The Power. And even though the Blu-ray edition went to Code Red, like this DVD edition, the new Blu-ray has the Katarina's Nightmare Theater bits, and yeah, DVD's listed as being an HD 16:9 widescreen master, 1.78. You can watch it in Katarina's Nightmare Theater mode with hostess Katarina Lee Waters, or watch the feature only. And you also get the original trailer. And it's rated R, from 1984, 84 minutes, color English mono, 1.78:1 anamorphic widescreen. It doesn't seem to mention any well-known actors in this one. So, and double feature DVD from Code Red, The Night the Prowler. It's directed by the same guy who directed the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and then a Filipino horror martial arts movie, Devil Woman, and I bought this mainly just for Devil Woman, which I think is the better of these two. And The Night the Prowler's in a 1.85:1 anamorphic widescreen, 88 minutes, directed by Jim Sharman, who directed the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that's an Australian comedy drama. And then Devil Woman's a martial arts horror movie from the Philippines. And that's a 2.35 anamorphic widescreen. It lists 89 minutes, but I think it's a little bit longer than that. And The Night the Prowler's released under license from Umbrella Horror DVD, while Devil Woman's released under license from Howard Mahler Pictures and stars Filipino actress Rose Marie Gill, who was in Roger Corman's Night of the Cobra Woman. And this Devil Woman's supposed to have a Blu-ray release coming soon from Code Red. So I look forward to that. That's a neat little movie. And then one of the Johnny Legend Vampire Chronicles DVDs, Volume 1, is a Bela Lugosi double feature of The Devil Bat and An American Vampire in London, which is My Son the Vampire, or Vampire Over London, or it's also Old Mother Riley Meets the Vampire. These are both in black and white and in full frame. And it has vintage Lugosi trailers, 1930 Lugosi interview, vignette where Bella meets Betty Boop, 1950s Lugosi interview, Bella aboard ship talking about an American vampire in London. And this was put out by Microworks, which I believe is Johnny Legend's own DVD company. And then a DVD from Charles Band's Full Moon Entertainment, the Full Moon Grindhouse Collection DVD series, Mutant Hunt. We have these mutant cyborgs that are killing people, and they're high on drugs. So we have some people, some mercenaries hunting them down. It's rated R and it's in full frame from 1987. I've watched it. It's pretty much just VHS quality, but it's watchable. And now another DVD from Code Red, a double feature, Force 4, plus The Guy from Harlem. And The Guy from Harlem is one that's been out on a bunch of public domain budget DVD labels. It looks like these are both in anamorphic widescreen and rated R. And it lists an audio interview with the guy from Harlem, Loy Hawkins, but I found out that that interview didn't end up getting done, so it's listed as being on there, but it's not on there. And it lists trailers for Force 4 and the guy from Harlem, plus Code Red trailers. And this is supposed to be a much better copy of the guy from Harlem, because all the public domain copies are full frame. So now back to Charles Band's Full Moon Entertainment. From his Jess Franco collection, we have Jess Franco's Jack the Ripper, starring Klaus Kinski, Josephine Chaplin, and Herbert Fuchs. Well, Fuchs. F-U-X, Fuchs. Like box, but it's a U, so it's F-U-X, Fuchs. This is in widescreen, and it's got introduction by Delirium magazine editor Chris Alexander. And then rare deleted scene, ripping yarn, restoring Jack the Ripper. Franco, Bloody Franco, audio interview with Jess Franco in French with English subtitles in the original theatrical German language trailer. It's an anamorphic widescreen, freshly struck from a new glorious HD master, and it's listed as being, I think that says 92 minutes, or pretty small print. You see if I can read this sucker. I don't know if that's gonna... Now let's see if we can adjust this. Yeah, it says 92 minutes. So Jack the Ripper on DVD, Jess Franco film version from Full Moon Entertainment. And let's see. Here is everything so far that we've looked at. We're getting close to 15 minutes. So I'm going to stop recording for now, get a little bit more to eat, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back, and I've got more stuff to show. So here's another DVD from Shout Factory, Mystery Science Theater 3000, Beginning of the End. Now this features a 1957 drive-in movie about giant killer grasshoppers invading the world. Stars Peter Graves from TV's Mission Impossible. This just has the episode on there, there's nothing else. And then a Blu-ray from Scorpion Releasing's drive-in cult classic, Seizure. And this is director Oliver Stone's first movie he ever directed. Stars Jonathan Frid, who played Barnabas Collins in the original Dark Shadows TV show. And then we have Martine Beswick from Thunderball, and Hervé Villechaize from Fantasy Island, and Henry Judd Baker from After Hours, and then we've got Mary Warnock from Eating Raoul and Death Race 2000, and Troy Donahue from A Summer Place, Joseph Sorolla from Hang 'em High, and Richard Cox from the movie Cruising. And as special features, it's a brand new HD master from the original Vault elements and on-camera interviews with stars Mary Warnock and Richard Cox. And there's the original trailer, and it's in a 1.78 1080p high definition widescreen format, rated PG, English mono, in color from 1973, 91 minutes. So let's see if you can see that. Queen of Evil. Those are two of her servants. And then Disney cult movie classic. Well, I guess you could call it a little bit of a cult classic, more mainstream cult classic. The original Tron. Let's see if we can... Yeah, there we go. I've never opened this up. So it's a DVD Blu-ray combo pack. It has a slip cover. And the DVD is listed as being Region 1, while the Blu-rays, strangely, is ABC. And it looks like you get the movie on both the Blu-ray and the DVD, but looks like more of the extras are on the Blu-ray half of it. And I never took this out of here, but so let's shrink wrap underneath. So the original Tron from Disney Blu-ray. And then an Italian drive-in horror flick from Severn Films, Barbara Steele in the uncut version of Nightmare Castle. It's Blu-ray, so it's in HD, and it's the uncut 104-minute version, region ABC, and as bonus, it has two other Barbara Steele Italian drive-in movies. Castle of Blood, the US print, which has been remastered in HD. And then Terror Creatures from the Grave, it's a HD master of the US cut. And then audio commentary with star Barbara Steele and horror historian David Del Valle, Barbara Steele in conversation. Exclusive featurette with the Queen of Horror. Then black, white, and red exclusive featurette with director Mario Caiano. And then Nightmare Castle US and UK trailers, and deleted scenes for Terror Creatures from the Grave. Vengeance from Beyond, a new featurette for Terror Creatures from the Grave. A Dance of Ghosts, new featurette for Castle of Blood. And then original trailers for Castle of Blood and Terror Creatures from the Grave. I don't know if it's 2 Blu-rays or if it's just one with all 3 movies on it. It doesn't list if it's a BD50, which is more ideal for putting more stuff on, so it wouldn't be cramming. Yeah, it looks like it's could be 2 Blu-rays, I don't know. So let's put Tron back in the slip case. And now, blaxploitation action flick from Code Red on Blu-ray, part of the Fred Williamson Signature Collection Volume 2, Death Journey. And I never got the DVD of this, so as soon as I found out there was a Blu-ray, I decided, oh, I'll just skip the DVD, get the Blu-ray now, even though I still collect DVDs. It's the Uncut Director's Edition. It's remastered in its original scope ratio of 2.35. It's in 16:9 widescreen, uncut 2K 2015 scan, mastered in HD from the original camera negatives. Audio commentary with star director Fred the Hammer Williamson. Featurette Hammer Time 2. Interview with Fred the Hammer Williamson and the original theatrical trailer. It's not rated. Region ABC, approximately 82 minutes. And it's supposed to be an uncut and uncensored. Then another Blu-ray from Code Red, Sweet 16. It stars Elisa Shirley as Melissa Morgan, a sexy big city girl, moves to a small Texas town, and she goes about sleeping with guys, and every guy she ends up with ends up dead. This also stars Bo Hopkins, and it's got Dana Kimmel from Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D as Bo Hopkins' Nancy Drew-like daughter. And this is an anamorphic high-def widescreen from the original 35mm negatives. It has on-camera interview with star Bo Hopkins, Elisa Shirley, and director Jim Sotos. 1.85 anamorphic widescreen, region ABC, rated R. And it's 90 minutes. So, Sweet 16. One of those drive-in movies that's like an after-school special, but with sex, a little bit of sex and nudity. Not a whole bunch of sex and nudity, but just enough to give it an R-rated rating plus some graphic violence. Because Dana Kimmel belongs to the Latter-day Saints Church, the Mormon Church, and she's pretty conservative, so when she did Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, she insisted on not doing any nudity in any sex scenes that her character had or made reference to were to be taken out of the script. So she doesn't do anything naughty in that movie. It's all Elisa Shirley doing the naughty stuff. But still, Dana Kimmel does a good job of acting. And she still looks beautiful. And now another Code Red releasing Blu-ray, Nail Gun Massacre. And it's full of extras. Well, just a few. There's interviews and just the Nail Gun Massacre shooting locations. It's listed as being in both 1.78 anamorphic widescreen and a full screen, so I'm thinking there's got to be two different cuts of the film on here. But it's just listed as being rated R, region 0. It's the original uncut version, so I don't know why it has two aspect ratios, unless there's... what else is on here, unless it's the extras are in a full frame. And back to Scorpion releasing part of their Roger Corman line, Space Raiders on Blu-ray. It's in 1.78 widescreen from the original Inner Positive. Features on-camera interviews with star David Mendenhall, producer Roger Corman, and production supervisor Clark Henderson. Rated PG, and it's region A locked. And I believe this has some of the same stock space footage from Battle Beyond the Stars. He's 10 years old, and they've taken him 10 million miles into space. And then an MGM title that Scorpion releasing suggested to Kino Lorber, Jennifer, makes Carrie look like an angel. This is rated PG, but I heard there's a little bit of nudity in it because it's a late 70s movie before there was a PG-13 rating, so it's got a little bit of nudity. It's 1978, 90 minutes, 1.85 anamorphic widescreen. Newly remastered in HD, stars Lisa Pelican from the movie Ghoulies. This girl's kind of like Carrie, but she has power over snakes. She's just a poor girl, gets a scholarship to this private high school, and she has to put up with all these spoiled rich girls who keep putting her down. So she ends up having to use powers to make snakes appear to get even with all the girls bullying her. And back in the 80s, this was shown on Elvira's movie Macabre as Jennifer the Snake Goddess. then a Blu-ray from Code Red. And there's also a movie featured on MST 3K, Zombie Nightmare, previously out on DVD from Scorpion Releasing. This is one that features Adam West from the live-action Batman series, but it doesn't look like he ever got interviewed for this. But there's interviews with other stars of the film. And it's HD widescreen, 1.78, region ABC, rated R. And it's in bucket list theater bits, so I'm thinking maybe Katarina shows up with Bill Nana to host this. So, Zombie Nightmare starring Adam West and Tia Carrera. And then a Blu-ray I bought at the grocery store, James Bond movie. For Your Eyes Only. Stars Roger Moore as James Bond. And this has the Sheena Easton music video. This is one of the extras on here. I don't know who the girl is in this movie. Carol Bouquet. Lynn Holly Johnson. Maybe that's Carol Bouquet right there. I was thinking that was Barbara Bach. But yeah, I don't think she's in that one. And then another Code Red Blu-ray, Acapulco Gold. It's got a making of featurette and the original trailers, the extras. Stars Marjo Gortner from Star Crash, H.G. Wells' The Food of the Gods, and Bobby Joe and the Outlaw. And Robert Lansing from Empire of the Ants, The Nest, and the Grissom Gang. And it also stars Ed Nelson, That's the Way of the World, in Airport 75, with Lawrence Casey, Rat Patrol, and Randy Oakes from TV's Chips. 91 minutes, rated PG, region A, B, C. I believe that is Marjo Gortner. And then another Code Red one that I don't really care for this movie, but I just wanted to support the label, and it sounded interesting. It's got some extras. The Devil x5, which is also called Horrible House on a Hill, and it's also called People Toys. Now, these five psychotic kids escape from a mental institution van, and they're loose in a ski lodge with some adults, and they go about killing the adults there. And it's got audio commentary with two of the actresses, and then the producer, moderated by Darren Gross, featurette with star Terrell Turner, McCall, Lyon Lowitz, and Sheldon. Original trailer and bonus interviews, rated R. Yeah, I want to speed things up. So on this, here's one from Vinegar Syndrome, Night Train to Terror, came out in 1985. I believe it's a DVD Blu-ray combo. Yeah. And then from Code Red on Blu-ray, Neon Maniacs, and from Charles Band's Full Moon Entertainment, the Blu-ray of Puppet Master, remastered in high definition. Stars Paul Le Mat from the movie American Graffiti and William Hickey from Frizzy's Honor. And then horror movie from Mondo Macabro, Symptoms. It lists this as being in a 16:9 widescreen, but some of these I heard are in a full frame open matte, so I don't know if this is the matte. This is really the matted widescreen where it shows somebody looking through binoculars, and when seen with theatrical matte lines going over parts of the binoculars or not. Some of these came in a blue case. Some of these Blu-rays came in the red case. I got the red case. So Symptoms, starring Angela Pleasance, Peter Vaughn, and Lorna Heilbrunn from Mondo Macabro. And Code Red Blu-ray, Trick or Treat, starring David Carradine from Death Race 2000, Steve Railsback, who played Charles Manson on the miniseries Helter Skelter, and then who else is in this? I don't know what Carrie Snodgrass had been in. It's rated R. It's full of extras, including Katarina's Bucket List Theater Mode. And then a Blu-ray double feature from Shout Factory, 2 movies they licensed from MGM, Roger Corman's I Escaped from Devil's Island, starring Jim Brown and Christopher George, and The Final Option. These are both in widescreen and in color in the rated R, region A locked. And then a DVD Blu-ray combo pack from Severn Films, The House of Seven Corpses, starring John Ireland, Faith Domergue, and John Carradine. David Carradine's dad. It's got a few extras, including the theatrical trailer. And then from Code Red, Nightmare. For the 35th anniversary edition. And it's got some extras. And I believe it's in a matted widescreen, because this was originally full frame open matte. It was when people wanted them widescreen, so it got matted to widescreen. And then another Fred Williamson signature collection from Code Red on Blu-ray, Volume 1, Fred Williamson collection, Fred Williamson and Mean Johnny Burroughs. Yeah, it looks like that has a bunch of extras, so I want to try and hurry up as fast as I can. And then on DVD, The Bionic Woman Season 3, starring Lindsay Wagner. And then more Blu-rays and DVDs. from Scream Factory, a Blu-ray DVD combo pack of The Final Terror. And then from Code Red on Blu-ray, Mary, Mary, Bloody Mary, starring Christina Ferrari. It's a movie that's part US, part Mexican. Features a few Americans and a few Mexican actors. It's a vampire movie. And movie I bought on Blu-ray at the grocery store, Midnight Cowboy, which ended up being the only X-rated movie to ever get an Academy Award for Best Picture. Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight are in this. I heard it had its rating changed to R because it's considered R-rated by today's standards. It's from MGM. It looks like the case got messed up. Maybe that's why it was on sale at grocer. And then from Code Red on Blu-ray, The Redeemer, the Son of Satan. This is one that got released to VHS tape as Class Reunion Massacre. And then one from Scorpion releasing from Roger Corman, Something Waits in the Dark. Well, that's the reverse artwork. It's also called Screamers. I reversed the artwork on this, and I have the DVD, which I left as Screamers. Sergio Martino film that Roger Corman recut into very gory creature feature. Then from Code Red, Savage Street, starring Linda Blair and John Vernon. And from Synapse Films, Prom Night Special Edition Blu-ray, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen. And then from Scorpion releasing, Killer Fish, starring Lee Majors, Karen Black, and Margot Hemingway. And then from Shout Factory, the Blu-ray edition of Good to See You Again, Alice Cooper. And then another Blu-ray I bought at the grocery store, James Bond Moonraker, starring Roger Moore. And let's see who else is in this movie. Well, it's got Richard Kiel as the villain, Jaws. Lois Childless. It's the female actress in this one. And then on more Code Red and Scorpion releasing Blu-rays. Code Red, The Black Gestapo, which is also known as The Ghetto Warriors. And then from Scorpion releasing a Roger Corman production, Sorceress. Yeah, it stars real-life twins Lee Harris and Lynette Harris, who were both in Playboy magazine. Yeah, they're Playboy playmates and real-life twin sisters that play a pair of barbarian twin girls who once they're born, somebody gives them some magic and strength to defend their beauty. Yeah, they're blessed with the forces of light and the strength of warriors given to them by magical warrior Krona, and with the help of Valdar the Viking and Erlich the Barbarian, the two who are as one take on all sorts of Trigon's minions. This guy killed their family. And then from Code Red, Spanish horror film that's dubbed into English, Vampire's Night Orgy, and this is the one with all the nudity left intact. And then from Code Red, Spanish horror western. From Spain, Cutthroats 9. And this one paved the way for the Hateful Eight. This is the original Hateful Eight movie. And then another one from Mondo Macabro, A Lizard in a Woman's Skin. It's a Lucio Fulci movie that American International Pictures released here in the States as Schizoid. It's a BD25 Blu-ray, so I don't know if this is 2 Blu-rays or just 1, because it does have a few extras, and I'm thinking that they might have crammed everything onto 1 Blu-ray. I'll open it later, take a look. And then from VCI Entertainment, The Giant Spider Invasion, that includes a bonus DVD and music CD. It's a deluxe collector's edition. And it looks like the DVD just has extras, while the Blu-ray has the movie and some extras. And then CD has songs from the forthcoming live stage musical The Giant Spider Invasion, the musical, and there's a comic book inside. That is really weird. They give you a DVD which seems to have about all the same extras as the Blu-ray. It looks like just the Blu-ray has the movie on it. I'll have to open that one too. And then from Scream Factory, a Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Without Warning, which is also called It Came Without Warning. And then from Vinegar Syndrome, we've got Sugar Cookies, starring Lynn Lowry and Mary Warnoff. It's supposed to be basically an X-rated version of Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, but it has a little bit of lesbianism and bisexuality in it. And it's a little bit naughtier than Vertigo. But you have Lynn Lowry playing 2 people, just as Kim Novak played 2 roles in Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. And then another Blu-ray I bought at the grocery store, West Side Story, the movie. It's listed as being a Blu-ray DVD combo, but as you can see, this grocery store copy only has the Blu-ray included. And then a Shout Factory DVD collection of Harvey Toon's complete collection of Casper? Or wait a minute, no, this isn't Shout Factory. I thought this was the Casper the Friendly Ghost collection. It's the Harvey Toon's complete collection. So this is from Sony and Classic Media. But it features Casper the Friendly Ghost and Baby Huey, Herman and Catnip, and Little Audrey. And some more Code Red DVDs. My Old Man's Place, starring Arthur Kennedy and Mitchell Ryan and William Devane. And this is one that probably won't have a Blu-ray, since the film elements that this was struck from just weren't in good enough shape to do a Blu-ray. So it's in anamorphic widescreen, but as far as I know, it's not going to get a Blu-ray unless better film elements turn up. And then also from Code Red, Zebra Force Uncut, because this has been out in a bunch of public domain DVD labels. And the guy who owns this film, I heard, died, so a Blu-ray Seems very, very unlikely. And then from Scorpion releasing Who, and it's also called, I think it's called Robo-Man. And this is one that Kino Lorber has the rights to now, and they've re-released it on DVD and Blu-ray. And then a DVD-R from thevideobeat.com, Burnout, sort of race car drama. And then a Code Red DVD double feature, Spaghetti Cinema, Super Stooges versus the Wonder Women, and the American cut of Amok. And Super Stooges versus the Wonder Women is rated PG in a 2.35 anamorphic widescreen. And then we've got Muck is the R-rated US cut, but it doesn't say. Now I believe it's anamorphic widescreen, but it doesn't say how many minutes Muck is. I thought it was 88 minutes. It's 80-something minutes because it's just the US cut. It's the first time it's been out on DVD in anamorphic widescreen. And I believe there's a foreign Blu-ray now of the uncut version. And then one from Code Red that's out of print. It's a horror comedy death row game show. And then a DVD-R from the Video Beat, The Hitchhikers. And then a Quentin Tarantino Grindhouse DVD, Rolling Thunder Pictures presents Jack Hill's Switchblade Sisters. It's in widescreen, but I believe it's not anamorphic, but it's got a bunch of extras. It's got trailers for a bunch of different Jack Hill movies and clips from Jack Hill's Pit Stop. But there's no trailer for Switchblade Sisters listed. And it's got Jack Hill's student film, The Host, on here. And there's commentary. But we are getting close to 40 minutes, so I want to speed it up just a bit. Other Shout Factory Mystery Science Theater 3000 DVD, The Touch of Satan, which got released in its non-MST 3K format by Code Red on DVD and hosted by Maria for Maria's B-Movie Mayhem. And now another DVD-R from the Video Beat, Teenager, aka The Real Thing. And that one's about a Roger Corman-looking B-movie director. He's a dead ringer for a young Roger Corman. He goes to this town and makes a movie about a biker gang and he gets the movie to look as real and authentic as possible. It freaks out the townspeople. And it stars 70s porn star John Holmes in a small role as a desk police officer. And then from Warner Home Video, The Smurfs Volume 3, World of Wonders, over 90 minutes of fun for the whole family. It's 5 episodes for the Smurfs. Sleepwalking Smurfs, The Littlest Giant, Squeaky, The Sorcery of Malthrochu, and All Smurfy That Ends Smurfy, and enchanting extras. Meet the Smurfs, enter a Smurf village where you'll find delightful video profiles of individual Smurfs. And then I've got another Mystery Science Theater 3000 box set containing Untamed Youth with Mamie Van Doren, and then Hercules versus the Captive Women, The Thing That Wouldn't Die, and The Puma Man. And there's interviews with Mamie Van Doren from Untamed Youth, and Puma Man star Walter G. Alton Jr. And it's all kinds of different neat stuff. And then on DVD, Bionic Woman Season 2 starring Lindsay Wagner. And then also a DVD-R from the Video Beat. It's a rock concert movie, Popcorn. And then from Universal Universal Studios DVD, The Hardy Boys Nancy Drew Mystery Season 2. And I believe that for half of this, for the first half, it's Pamela Sue Martin as Nancy Drew, but then she got pissed off at the show's creator for merging her show into the Hardy Boys, where she was just a sidekick for the Hardy Boys. Nancy Drew just became their sidekick. So she ended up leaving halfway through season 2, and then Janet Louise Johnson became the new Nancy Drew, as she became an actual character in the Hardy Boys mysteries, rather than have her own separate series. But it doesn't mention anything about... There's nothing on here mentioning Janet Louise Johnson replacing Pamela Sue Martin. And Pamela Sue Martin is also in Roger Corman's The Lady in Red, which is also called Gun Sin and Bathtub Gin. So, get that out of the way. And then this was a DVD box set that I bought for a friend, but he died, so I'm stuck with it. Well, I'm not gonna laugh. It was a friend from a chat room, and I just found out one day that he had died, so I'm not too happy about that. It's just 50 public domain movies. They're all horror, but it doesn't have any Phantom of the Opera, even though he's on the front of it. So let's see. That is all we've got left in here, and we're getting close to 50 minutes. 44 minutes now. So, Warner Archive Collection DVD-R, The Impossible Years starring David Niven. And from Scorpion Releasing DVD, Katarina's Cat Scratch Cinema, Ator, The Fighting Eagles, Conan the Barbarian clone. And then from Alpha Video, Teenage Strangler. It's a movie that was shown on MST3K. And then from Shout Factory, another single DVD of MST3K, The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. That's got to be one of the longest movie titles in the history of drive-in movies. It's also called Teenage Psycho Meets Bloody Mary. And then from Shout Factory, a 4-movie, 2-DVD action-adventure marathon. And it's got that double feature that I have on Blu-ray of Jim Brown and I Escaped from Devil's Island in the final option, and then Shake Hands with the Devil. And then we've also got Treasure of the Four Crowns, and it's the 2D version. It was a 3D movie originally, and sadly, it's not in widescreen. I can live without a 3D version, but if you're going to release it at least in widescreen, especially when you first post about don't post about it and say it's going to be in widescreen and then later say it's going to be in full frame. That does not fit well with cult movie fans. Yeah, it doesn't sit well with cult movie fans. And then another MST 3K DVD from Shout Factory, the Serial Variety Pack featuring Bela Lugosi in The Phantom Creeps, The Undersea Kingdom, and soap opera General Hospital.